Hello, hello there, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to make an extra video explaining how to take the intake manifold off and how to clean the carbon from the Golf TSI 1.4. So basically I had to redo the job because I had some other issues and I thought, okay, it's good time to take the head gasket off and then just replaced everything. In that process, I also took the intake manifold and I will do a manual cleaning. So I'll show you a couple of steps, extra steps that you can do to make this job much easier. Now, as you can see, the head of the engine is already out, intake is already out. So I will not show it here. I have filmed it, but it's difficult to get the lighting correct. So instead, we are going to move over to my table where I have these parts already disassembled. So this is the intake manifold, then this comes the fuel railing system, and then comes the head. So how it works is, of course, they're all connected together. And then you have this part, which I believe is MUF sensor or something. I'm not a mechanic, by the way. Yeah, so this, let me just reattach it. Yeah, so this is attached like so with 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And looking this way, yeah, you might have some difficulty taking the 4th one out, but not really. All should be easy. And so this part is then connected with this pipe here with the hose clamp. So what I recommend is just take this clamp off, and once you unscrew this, take it out. And then with this out, what you need to do is follow this line and try to release it. So it goes here to this sensor. So, and this goes like here, I think. And then you can just unplug it, and then you follow this line to unplug it. Then you can start with the screws. I think there are 6 screws here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here. And then with this done, then you can already like detach it, and then you can look for the hose here. It's just a hose clamp, like right behind. You have to feel it a bit, and it looks like here. Let me show you. So yeah, you basically follow the compressor, and then behind the compressor you have some sensor here, and then below that you have the hose clamp right here. And then this hose clamp, you just have to release it, take it out, and now you're basically free to do whatever you want with it. I recommend also cleaning it from the inside. I will do this in the next step. And then what follows is the fuel rail, which sits something like this. Doesn't have to be precise, but yeah, something like this. And it's connected with just a couple of bolts. I think the bolts come from here, but I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully I'll be able to put it back together. Yeah, and so what I was doing is, when I was doing it, I didn't remove this part, MUF, completely. I just removed it and then pushed it back, which gave me like this much space. And so this was impossible to work with. And now with this removed, it gives me a bit more space, but this is not enough, I believe. I believe you also have to take it out because basically this chamber here is divided, and you want to be as close to the valve as possible in order to just remove all the clumpiness of it. Yeah, so that's about it. This is kind of dirty. I will also clean this. And now, so problem with 1.4 TSI is like one of the biggest ones when it comes to cleaning carbon, at least, is you have this chamber divider, so valve chamber or like intake port, I don't know how it's called, comes right here, and basically it's divided by this metal piece. And so this, in most cases, will prevent you from just sticking your zip ties and then drilling it because it will be stuck, or you have to like put it like here, but then it might also not be able to rotate or stuff like this. I might try it later, but for now, this was my issue, and I was doing it through basically through this fuel rail. What you do now is just take this, and then you just hammer it. So basically, like this, and you should be able to clean most of it out. Now I will pause and I will just rotate this to show you the current state of the valves. So now you can see basically the bottom part. This is where the valves would be. I already removed them and I put them in here. So basically to dissolve the carbon, I already cleaned it once before, and then I just removed it back here, and I will clean it right after I finish making this video. I'll just clean it. What I use to clean this is just a plastic razor. Let me show. I'll just insert a video of me doing this, like peeling potatoes. And so yeah, so this is now how it looks like. So I think this is chamber number 4, and then we go backwards like 3 and 2, and on the chamber number 2, you can see how much carbon here is left. So I wasn't able to clean it, or I completely missed it. And you can also see the chamber divider here. So this is what happens when you have this, like when you cannot remove it, makes it a bit more difficult. Now, the question is this possible to do now? I would say yes, it's still doable, but it's very difficult on these cars to make it super clean, at least not without blasting it. Now, you can also homemade blast it, and I think it's not that difficult if you have the equipment, but I don't. And I still have to like get my compressor and stuff. But it is what it is. So I almost forgot to mention, so this fuel rail is connected to the reservoir with this hose, and then here on the other side is the high pressure fuel pump connection, which sits on the valve cover. So I removed it from here, and then this one I cut because I didn't have the clamp and it was stuck, and I just was like, I'm done with this, I'm just cutting it through. So I just cut it through and I'll replace it now. It's not big of a deal. And then another, let's say, problematic part is that below here sits the wiring harness for the injectors. And wiring harness is, I believe, connected with 2 bolts, which sit somewhere. Let me show you on the harness. So there are 2 bolts. So this is the wiring harness right below. So it's connected via these 2 bolts. So you have to remove these, and also you have to unplug it from here. So don't forget about it. Basically, if you don't, it will be stuck and it will feel like there's another bolt or something. And once I realized it, I was able to somehow like plug it here, like with my finger, and somehow remove it. Honestly, I don't know. I just kind of like, and it popped off. And then this is then connected to the injectors. Now I did unplug them before the harness, before I even touched the bolts. So maybe it is possible to actually not to keep them attached to the injectors, because the injectors are then connected to the head, and you just need to take the fuel rail out. Now, once you start removing, like here comes the fuel pump. Once you start removing it or like disconnecting it, you'll have some fuel left over, unless you did like empty crank without the fuel pump connected, something like this. I didn't do it because I knew, okay, I'll just put some rags below, collect a little bit of fuel that is coming out, and it should be okay. Also, my car is a bit lifted now, so like, doesn't matter. Just clean your fuel, and you should be okay.